This is the Quntis motion sensor outdoor light. Let's take it out of the box. In the box you get the user manual, square and round gaskets. Here is the light itself. This is the wiring block for it. You run your wire through the black hole there, the black rubber grommet, and that connects up to these terminals right here, which then connect to the light. There is a remote control that allows you to turn it on and off and select one of 3 modes we're going to talk about later. And they give you a bag of hardware, including screws and wall anchors. This is a hardwired unit. It must be connected to 120 volts AC current. You will need an electrical box to mount it to. This would be a great replacement if you have those old school security lights on your house that take the halogen floodlight bulbs on them. This can do the job like that. These are adjustable, so these can bend down like that on either side. This tilts up and down as well. I need 2 hands for that. You have adjustable time and sensitivity over here, so you can select how long you want the light to stay on when it senses motion, and how sensitive it is as far as, you know, how close or far somebody is before it actually detects anything. The light is 38 watts. Of course, it's IP65 waterproof because it can be outside. And the 3 modes it has. The first mode is simply an on-off with the motion sensor. Lights off, stays off. When it senses motion, it turns on. For how long, you select with the dial, and then it'll keep the light on for that amount of time and then turn off until it senses motion again, and of course everything repeats. The second mode is the dim bright mode. That means that first of all it's dusk to dawn, so it's not going to work in the day because it's not helpful during the day. When the sun's out or it's daylight, you don't need the light. So it's going to wait till nighttime. But it's going to come on dimly and stay on dim until it senses motion, at which point it's going to go bright and stay bright for the selected amount of time and then go back to dim. And the third mode is a medium brightness light that simply dusk to dawn. It just turns on at dusk, turns off at dawn. Motion sensor has no effect on it. Okay, I have a temporary power connection to this right here. I just wanted to show you, you can move the lights like that, or they can turn like that. The center one goes up and down. No need to turn that left or right. So you have full range of motion with that. And these are like infinitely adjustable. So if you set it to 1 minute, obviously you get 1, but you can crank it up a little more and get, you know, maybe 1 minute and 20 until you get to the next setting, you know, and go up anywhere in between. So that's kind of a nice thing. So it's fully adjustable in terms of that. We can turn it on now because it has a convenient test position. And there you go. It's really nice and bright. Very good light output. So what I'm going to do is just step aside for a minute, and the light should cancel itself out in test mode after 6 seconds. There, in fact it did. So now, as soon as I moved, it came back. And about 6 seconds later or so in test mode, it goes out. Perfect all around. So with the lights off, it's dark enough in here that I can test this. I have it on mode 1, which means it stays off until it senses motion, at which point it'll go on. So if I wave my hand, there we go, the camera will adjust, and I have it set just off the test position right there. So that's all good. Now we can do mode 2. So now it's going to be a dim bright mode. There we go. Went brighter. And mode 3, that's your medium brightness right there. I'm going to show you this at night, of course, outside. So yes, it does work, and it works perfectly. The only thing that I have to say that's maybe a little daunting, and there's not really enough for you to see, yes you can, is you need the remote to select the modes. There's no way to do that on the unit. But, you know, as long as you keep it in a safe place, that shouldn't be a problem. So with that, we'll come back after dark and test it out. Okay, it's plenty dark out. Oh yeah. That's the motion sensing mode. So when I move, it'll go on. I still have it on the very short test duration, but it lights up the entire backyard all the way to the fence, just like that. You can see everywhere is very, very nicely lit up like that. Now what I'm going to do is go to the second mode. So now that's on dim, and even that is great as it is. And once it senses motion, it goes bright. And we can even pan all the way over this way, and I can turn the light to face that direction, because you can adjust it as I had shown before. And there you go. Now you could send some more light that way. If I stand still for a moment, it should go back to dim. There you go. And once I move, it gets bright again. And of course the third mode is just the medium brightness, which is right there, and it's still plenty great. And that is just dusk to dawn. So it'll just stay on like that all night. It works fantastic all around. Once again, this is the Quntis outdoor motion sensor light. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find the item available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.